Welcome to another episode of William versus the World. Guys, if this is your first time watching, this is the most powerful and important thing that you can do to support the podcast. Are you ready? Ready? Share the feed. That is the most powerful thing you can do to contribute to our live streams here that we have on the Sepsis Band page. We are streaming from YouTube. We are streaming from Twitch. And we are also streaming from our home base right here on Facebook. Guys, we are the Facebook Band. So, one of the coolest things you can do for us is share out our live feeds when we have them. If you know anything about us, since they invented going live, we are the most documented going live band ever in the history of social media. So do us a favor. It doesn't cost you any money. It doesn't take any time. It would take you more time to roll a joint than it would be to share the podcasts and live streams on our band page. It takes you less time to share the feed than it would take you to wipe your ass. That's right. And the time that it takes to take a shit, you could have helped out your favorite local band. Yeah, so when people are like, I don't know, I don't have the time, man. And you don't have the time for what? I don't know what state you live in. But if you live in a state right now and you don't know your favorite local band, what's wrong with you? Why are you, I don't give a if you're from Florida, Tennessee, California, wherever you're from, whatever county, the big city you're next to, why don't you know? Why don't you have a favorite local or regional band, and why are you not supporting them? They are your fucking neighbors. So we are your neighbors. We are a local business. We are a small, independent, self-employed business. And I don't want you to donate anything. For those that do, I appreciate you. You can donate to the page. We'll get to that in a minute. But we're not talking about that. Fuck a donation. The most powerful thing that you can do for us is share our content. If you like our live feeds, please share it. If you like our pictures, share them. Sometimes we do funny skits, comedy, or we do playthroughs in music. If you like it, share it. We do a variety of things here. Sometimes people like to hyper-focus on one thing or another, but that's okay too. We don't give a shit why you're here. As long as you made it here, we are grateful. So we do appreciate the people that give stars and donate and subscribe. That is massively fucking cool and awesome. And a special shout out to all of our Yellow Jackets and our Facebook subscribers right here in the chat. You might hear this term that we throw around sometimes. You might hear us talk about swarmies. And people might want to know what that is. Say, am I a swarmy? Somebody asked me not too long ago, William, am I a swarmy? And I'll explain it to you so you know. So, there's followers and fans, right? This is 2024, so you got followers and fans and shit like that. And those are nice. Thank you to all of our followers and fans. But followers and fans, they come and go, Sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not. Followers and fans tend to be temporary, private, or people-pleasing. They're nice people. We love that they spend time with us. And we need those people in our lives. But those are followers and fans. There's hundreds of thousands of them. All right? Then you have, like true supporters of the band. I would say that's the next level, People who maybe they go the extra mile. Maybe they don't just listen to the music. We don't have a very big catalog. So maybe they share the content. Maybe they watch the live streams or participate in some of our podcasts. These are truly people that are hoping they run into us during the weeks and months in their lives. They're keeping up with us, And then you have like super fans. Now, fans and followers and supporters, I mean, some of those people, they even like to do so in private or in the background. Like followers and generic fans of our band. Sometimes they like us when the right people are around. But if they're not in the right crowd, maybe they might not admit to liking us, or maybe they wouldn't put on our music, or maybe they wouldn't speak out and say, "Hey, I vouch for these guys." Maybe they wouldn't buy a ticket, right? Maybe they pass through online and they're comfortable supporting us privately, and that's a really cool thing. But then you have this next tier of people who are like super fans. They can't wait till the music comes out. They love watching us create it. They take a deeper dives into our lives. Maybe they go the extra mile and share out the material, or they make handmaids, or they take our pictures and videos and make their own content. Maybe they share in groups, or they take the extra mile in trying to promote the band on social media. These are like super fans, people who go out of their way to try to help grow the band. And those are people who aren't afraid to be called out as public fans of the band. A super fan, if you're in a band, this is how you know. Super fans are the ones that go to the shows and wear the shirts and tattoos. They are the ones that publicly are advertising the band. Those are super fans. Fans that even if their best friend didn't like the band, they would still stick up for you in a room of people that didn't like the band. That is a real super fan. But a swarmy is something entirely different. A swarmy is like a super fan, but one step higher than a super fan. A swarmy is the next closest thing to actually being in the band. Swarmies know birthdays. Swarmies are trying to figure out all year how they're going to get to Swarmy Fest. That's like their home. Swarmies are the kind of people, sometimes they have band members' phone numbers. Swarmies are the kind of people that when we are going into the venue and we see swarmies in the line, when we see swarmies in the parking lot, we put their gear down and we embrace, we hug them, we salute them. When we see swarmies in public, we stop the car and pull over and talk with them. Swarmies are not just fans of our band, but they are public brand ambassadors and commanders of Sepsis. They are the closest thing to being staff members. Being a swarmy is like being a staff member. It's like being an administrator, a brand ambassador. If you are a swarmy and you live in a certain part of the country, you have the privilege of planting a Sepsis flag where you live. If you are a swarmy, you can generate and run your own shows. If you're a swarmy, you are You're more of an investor. You are a stockholder in the tribe. So um I hope that really explains things. Oh shit, look who's here. Scott's in the building. What's going on? Salvatore, what's he doing here? Guys, if this is your first time watching, once again, the most powerful thing you can do to help the band. Um, Thank you so much for sharing the feed. And if you are a subscriber, shout out to all my Yellow Jacket subscribers, all of our subscribers here on Facebook. You can subscribe to the band, especially when we're working really hard. We have behind the scenes material and content that we post in our secret group called The Hive. That's not so much of a secret now that I told you. But we have another group where we do like some recordings. We do raw vocals with Melissa. We go in there and make mistakes. We do band practice. So yeah, if you're into like seeing a lot of behind the scenes stuff and our song creation, our humble song creation, if you want to be invited on special occasions and a lot of backstage stuff, the Hive is where it's at. When we do photo shoots and pictorials, we put whole sets up there for people to take and do what they want with them. Also, everybody that is a Yellow Jacket and everyone that's a subscriber, when our music comes out, we give our music to our subscribers and our fans first, not our record label, not the distributor, not Spotify. If you are a subscriber, if you are a Yellow Jacket, if you are a Swarmy in Sepsis, we make sure that our fans are the first to get our music before radio stations, before corporate buddies and DJs. So that's just some of the perks of being a subscriber. Anyhow. Hey, Jimmy, what's going on? Brandon, what's going on, brother? Oh, I know. Yo, Scott, you already know. You got that, bro. Scott has the NYC Commander flag. It is what it is. So you're seeing back of me, I have our merch table backdrop behind me. We're going through some renovations. Hold on, I got to shut this window. Thank y'all for y'all patience. You can donate stars to the live stream. I don't know how you do it, but most of you guys do know how to do it. You can send me stars on the stream here. Also on Twitch, there's like bits and boops and all the stuff like that. So we're there for that. Today and each weekday, you guys, we're learning and examining the music industry, news, technology, and social media. I think most of you guys know what the hell we're doing here. And I do the intro a lot. Do you think everybody here knows the intro enough where I don't have to do it as much? Like, what do you guys think about that? Do you think I do it too much? Should I shorten it? Like, I don't always read from it. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm always reading from it. But like today, I have it. I'll read it today. Thank you so much, Scott. It's the 90th episode, everybody. What do you guys want to do on the 100th episode? I don't know. We could do like a human sacrifice. So I don't know. An orgy. Don't get light on me now, everybody. Don't raise your eyebrows. Don't you guys start getting nervous now. I say orgy and everybody gets nervous. So, Yo, that sounds like a great idea. Maybe I'll make a really huge joint and I'll see if I can keep it lit through the entire episode. You're making this good for me. Guys, this is the only live news and show about the music industry that's streamed each day. Did you know that? It's presented you by myself. I'm a musician. I play guitar for the band. And I'm not just any musician. I'm a musician you know. I'm keeping it interactive in the chat. Myself, you guys are my, well, I don't know. I feel like you guys like my panel. I feel like you guys are becoming more part of the show every day. But we're on a mission together to explore the truth about the music industry, each day discovering the top stories in the industry, music news, and technology. What do you mean you're not nervous? Oh, you want to know the history of sepsis? Oh, that's a great idea. Yo, Brandon's got some good shit. 100th episode, we do a complete walkthrough of the band. Whoa. That's huge. I feel like I would have to have Salvatore Pan on here for that. Should we have a special guest? That is exciting. Wow. I never thought about that. Yo, Brandon's right. Sorry, these are so fucking good. Every time I come on here, I have a Capri Sun. It's a strange thing. Wow, that is a great idea. I don't know if Melissa is here to hear this, but the 100th episode, we could do a huge walkthrough. Clicking on pictures, past band members, telling stories. Like, this sounds like a good idea. The 100th episode of William versus the World, we do a complete chronological post by post band walkthrough. And I'll tell you this, Brandon, that is fucking genius. Because there isn't any band online, mark my words. There is no band in the history of the internet that has been more documented than Sepsis. None. I stand on it. How long have we been a band? Since 2010. In 2011, I think we made our first social media page. Melissa made it. We're on it right now. In 2011, we made our first social media post. We have that exact post. And since then, and ever since the ability to go live, we have documented every moment, every milestone, every band member, every tragedy, every staff member, everyone that's come in, everyone that's gone out. You can't even erase it. We'll never get rid of it. It's like the vault. Even people that wish that they were never here, there's nothing they can do. We have them forever. Locked into our eternal history. Locked into the time capsule, into the lore of the almighty Sepsis Band. So we could take a walk through. Wow. Over a decade of heavy metal and rock and roll here in New England. The tears, the beers, the awards, the makeups, the breakups, the sex scandals, the fist fights, the walkouts, prison, broken bones, home wrecking, sluts, whores, debauchery. We have a long history, you guys. We are a real hard rock and heavy metal band. The 100th episode of William vs. the World, we are going to take a full walkthrough of the chronological, documented history of Sepsis Band. Wow. This is exciting. Damn, I wish I'd have known this before, Brandon. How come you didn't tell me we were doing that? Yo, Queen, what's good? Holy shit. I think we should have Salvatore on for this. I think that's the one thing we should do. Salvatore, come up here. We roll up some trees. We got to bring Salvatore on the podcast and go over this. This would be insane. Picture for picture. We'll bring up videos, the good, the bad, the successes, the failures. Because here's the cool thing about us. If you've worked for us, if you've played with us, you're a major contributor to our dream. Yeah, that's right. Ask Sal. Ask Melissa. They'll tell you. Whether you came here and you love us and you left on good terms, or you stormed out ripping pictures off the wall, throwing a temper tantrum, there's one thing that we always do. If you worked with us, if you contributed with us, we don't delete you. We keep everything is right where it is. Everything is right where we left it. Because we love the idea of going back on our lives and looking at whether it was good, whether it was bad, whether it made us cry, whether we had to work our asses for it, whether it was successful, whether we failed it, whether it's a broken home, a broken relationship, a success story, a healing story, a recovery story. We want the full chronological documentation of Sepsis. And Sepsis, this band, is an internet band. We're a Facebook band. We're not a music industry band. They want nothing to do with us. Heavy metal doesn't want nothing to do with us. Believe me, we've already been down those roads. We know. We belong to you guys. We belong to the internet. We belong to Facebook. We belong to what we do. We've been influencers. We've been podcasters. We've been streamers the entire time. That's nothing that we're running from. We are America's first Facebook band. We really are. We're the first people that's ever embraced it. We had to. And in doing so, it doesn't matter who comes through the door in Sepsis. If you're on camera with us, if you're in a song, if you're in a video, if you've made an impression or a contribution in our lives, if you slipped on a banana peel and you embarrassed yourself, if we were there to capture it, and you put it on the internet, it's going to be there forever. We are the forever band. So if you were here for 3 years, we documented it. If you were here for 3 months and you threw a temper tantrums, we documented it. If you won, if you failed, if you succeeded here, we've kept it all on video, online for everybody to look up. And the cool thing about social media is you can look up posts and videos and reels and testimonies and interviews up to the date. Once you put something on the internet, it's on the internet forever. And you can run around and try to erase history, but you can't erase it here on the Sepsis page. We keep it like a vault forever. Doesn't matter who you are. If you try to run, if you try to hide, if you try to delete yourself off the internet, if you spent time here, it will be here forever. You can't mix up chronological dates. You can't confuse people. Any time that you've ever spent here with us, we've always put everything on camera. Me and Melissa are the most public people that you've ever met. My entire life, and this is how I did it. My entire life, I grew up living on cameras, surrounded by police officers and judges and sheriffs. I was naked in rooms, they had cameras. I was in the hallway, they had cameras. All my life, I have been surrounded by cameras. It might be new to some of you guys, but all my life, I was surrounded and under surveillance and cameras. So when I came home from prison when I was 35 years old, and Melissa said, we're going to start a heavy metal band. I didn't believe her. She said, we're going to go online, and we're going to create a heavy metal band reality TV show, and we're going to go on, and we're going to document everything and put the cameras on the entire time. I thought she was kidding. But I said, all right, let's try it. Salvatore remembers. She said, we're not just a band. We're a reality TV show. We're going to do podcasting. We're going to go live streaming. We're going to do all these things. I said, okay, sure. She said, sure, you're going to go speak in prisons. We're going to travel around. The country. We're going to play in front of people and raise money. And we're going to do charities. I said, oh, sure we are. Yo, this girl told me I've never been anywhere in my life but on camera my entire life. And she said, take everything that you're doing and apply it to the band. And that's exactly what happened. Can you believe that? I'm not even kidding. So that's why I never had to train for it. I never had to get ready for it. From day one, this entire project has been a life book. From day one, this is not just a band, you guys. This is a photo album. This is a time capsule. This page and everyone that's ever been involved in this project, whether it be podcasting or music or you were a staff member, no matter what, if you came into this world, this is a world, a time capsule of Melissa's life and my life and everybody that's involved in this project. And if you're a part of this project, it will be here forever and ever and ever. Sepsis is a forever band. We're not a musical industry band. We're not a rock and roll band. We don't hail to heavy metal. We don't follow nobody's rules. We are the people's metal. We are the people's band. And we belong to all of you guys. Our story is your story. Hey, how's it going, Carrie? Yo, you coming to Swarmy Fest? Holy shit. Queenie baby. That's cute. I mean, I don't know. You know what it is? I like your name. I hope I'm saying it right. Everyone else can laugh at me if they want to. It's just not normal. It's not every day that people hear me use words that are that cute. Like, nobody ever really gets to hear me say things like Queenie baby. It just sounds weird when I say it. Huh, you guys? Nobody ever hears me talk like that. Queenie baby. It kind of sounds crazy when I say it. You know what I mean? I need to say the F word real quick so I can get out of my system. Let me say something heavy. Isn't it weird when like certain people, say like cute stuff? Right? Like, look at Sal. See? Sal's like, what the fuck, man? Nobody ever, that's what I'm saying. See? People that know me are like, yo, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Because, like, people that know me would know I would never use I like your name. Please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to do a bit on you. I'm not trying to make a joke. I like your name. It's just two things. I can't see the screen very well because I need reading glasses. That's why I'm always looking crazy. So I can't read very well. And I did not want to fuck your name up. But it's not often that I get people named Queenie baby around me. And then people that know me, they're not used to me saying words like Queenie and baby. And when I say it, I know my friends think that that's funny because I don't say words like baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't really say that a lot. You know what I mean? I don't really, you know what I mean? It's different. So I know my people right now are laughing. That's why. I don't really say cute stuff. I don't know how to say cute stuff. I don't know. I like cute shit, but I don't know how to express it. You know what I'm saying? Queenie. Yeah. No, I'm with it. I get it now. I'm good. I'm locked in. I feel good about it now. I feel confident. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not out of my element. I just know, you know what I mean? I have a funny way of talking sometimes, and I'm self-aware. It's fair. It's fine. It's the reason why I come on here and speak in person for authenticity. Queenie, I love this too. It's good. We're in this together. See, people don't realize this is a team sport. William versus the world. You know what I mean? You guys are, without you guys, what would I have? Jets, like, all right, I better quit while I'm ahead. No, I feel you. I appreciate you. You guys want to put a 1 in the chat if you guys want me to get on with the show. Or put a 2 in the chat if you want me to just continue to talk randomly. Salvatore doesn't care. He's with me. Salvatore is our drummer. He's in the chat. Make sure you give him a follow. But he was just saying today how excited he was to have band practice. And I'll tell you, I'm just as excited about band practice as I am today as I was when we first started the band. Isn't that awesome? Like, band practice to me is like a mini show. It's not as good, you know what I mean? Because I love the fans so much. I love my band too, but like if you took I love my band, but I love the fans too. So, but when you put them together, then you have the band and the fans, and that's it. Look, I'm trying to show you something, but I gotta say, you know what I mean? There's no age limit, there's no height limit, there's no statute of limitations. There's no age limit. You don't get to a certain expiration date where you can't succeed. There's no age limit where you stop having fun. You know, if you're 20 and you're wondering to yourself, what the fuck? Oh, did you know the battery was on this thing? Oh, man, that's really disappointing. So, hold on, let me fix this. Pause that thought. Somebody bookmark that thought. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on. All right, let me double check. Fuck. I knew it. All right. I figured it out. I fixed it. I fixed it. The chat almost shut down. Damn, man, I was making a fucking point. Oh my God. The main point, there was a key takeaway, God damn it. And the key takeaway was there's never a time in your life where you should be talked out of having fun. There's never a time in your life. You don't get to a certain age. If you're in your 20s right now and you're wondering to yourself, I wonder if in my 30s I should stop getting laid. No. If you're in your 30s or your 40s, in your 50s, and you're like, man, I wonder if I should stop having fun or go on a date or have sex or dance. No. There's no time for that. If you're in your 20s or your 30s and you're wondering, oh man, is it too late for me to be a DJ? No, it's not. If you think that there's a height limit, if you think that there's some sort of an age limit for you to start a rock band, no, there's not. There's not a limit to you having fun. There's not a limit to orgies. There's not a limit to the amount of money you can make. There's not a limit to hobbies that you can take on. There's not a limit. You don't get to a certain age. You don't get to your 40s and go, now I'm 40. Now I don't fuck anymore. That's too immature. So you telling me the only time that you're allowed to have fun in life is the brief period between you getting your driver's license, going through puberty, and then somehow making it out of a corporate college room? Nah, man, like that's, you got to understand, like, what were you getting ready for that whole time? If you went to kindergarten, what were you getting ready for? And then you went to middle school, what were you getting ready for? And then, you were going through puberty, what were you getting ready for? And then you went through puberty and you went to college or you took on a job or you went to the military, what were you getting ready for? And then you had kids and you toddlers and you finished up school and you raised your kids, and what are you getting ready for? And now you're middle-aged, and what are you getting ready for? Are you just getting back round and round in a circle and in the line of life, trying to get back on a roller coaster? That's fine. But what I'm saying to you, there's no, and until you croak, there is no limit to how many times that you can make somebody smile, that you can take on a new adventure, that you can make new friends. You don't, just because you made it through puberty doesn't mean making friends is over. It doesn't mean learning cool shit is over. You can start a business in your 40s. You can start a business in your 60s. You can start a band in your 60s. If you're ever wondering, man, am I too old to start playing video games? No. Man, I'm in my 20s, man. Should I stop collecting toys? No. It's just managing. Should you stop making friends? No. It's just managing. Should you stop banding? No. You should never stop doing the things that make you smile. You should never stop pursuing the things that make you happy. At no time. In fact, stop introducing yourself. Try to avoid introducing yourself by what you're forced to do for work. And start introducing yourself by what you love to do and what makes you happy. So you can realize there is no age and there is no limitations to you chasing your dreams. You understand? Now that I've wasted the entire program, I will attempt to cover a small amount of news. Guys, I'm so happy about this. And I know I'm getting old when I want more rules. When I want rules, all hell is broken loose. Instagram announces restrictive teen accounts for users. I've been saying there needs to be an internet for kids. I know this because my daughter's 9, and she's better than everything that I am on the internet. She'll tell you. And of course, all the young people that have now grown up, all the people that I've raised have now outgrown me on the internet. They all tell me to get lost, that they know everything and I know nothing. They all know about crypto and they're booking their own flights to Sudan. Look, I've been saying this for a long time, that there should be a place, Scott knows about this, there should be a place, there should be a safe place on the internet where there can be young developing minds that are free from spending time with developed minds. Let me be clear. Minors and young people with developing brains should not be in adult spaces spending time with random adults doing unsupervised adult activities. There should be a safe place for young people with developing minds to spend their time in cyberspace where they won't have to be confronted with adults that are cosplaying like members of their peer group, adults that are hijacking, piggybacking, and chicken hawking, leveraging the technology so they can spend time introducing adult ideas to developing minds in private adult spaces. Did y'all get that? Some of y'all will take a while for y'all to catch on. But at least Scott knows what the fuck I'm talking about. And, as long as Scott knows what I'm talking about, I'm usually good. Okay, so Scott says, I just checked on the calendar. The 100th episode will be 10/3. Did the math on it. If you go live next week, then that following Wednesday is the big episode. You hearing this? Salvatore, you hearing this? This means not this Wednesday, Sal. Next Wednesday could potentially be the time that you come on the program. We got to get Salvatore on the program because you guys may not know this. We've used up all the time today. Salvatore Pan is the longest sepsis band performing member that we have ever had occupy a position in the band. No one has lasted the test of time on stage longer, more vigorously, more authentically. The two-time award-winning drummer of Sepsis Band, Mr. Salvatore Pan. Come the fuck on. Don't play no fucking games. God damn. Shit. By that time, I will say we will have our renovation here too. We'll have a lot more space. It's true, Queenie baby. It's true. Plus the way your name is spelled, it's like baby. Baby. Yo, what's going on, Sean? What's poppin'? All right, let's do this. Guys, I've been waiting for it. Instagram announces restrictive teen accounts for users under 16. The embattled platform is reimagining how younger teens use the app. Instagram just unveiled a much more restricted way for teens under 16 to use the app. Known as teen accounts, parent company Meta says it's part of reimagining of their platforms for teens in light of ongoing concerns about youth safety on the app. And they plan to apply it to all Meta platforms in the future. Teen account is automatically set to private with limits on who can message and interact with them. Accounts are placed under default content restrictions as well, and the app will provide the limit notifications urging users to leave the app after 60 minutes. Teen accounts are opted into an automatic do not disturb sleep mode between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m., silencing notifications and auto-replying to DMs. Sleep mode can also be adjusted to fully block a teen from using the app. Users under 16 also select specific topics they want to be served in the app's Explore page and post recommendations. Parents and guardians can be added to a teen account to monitor interactions, time limits, and settings. Any changes to the default settings must be approved by a guardian. Instagram teen accounts reflect the importance of tailoring teens' online experiences to their developmental stages, implementing appropriate protections, wrote the Northeastern University professor of Rachel Rogers and the Ridiculous Company that made the press release when this was printed. Quote, younger adolescents, more vulnerable as their skills are still emerging and require additional safeguards and protection. Didn't I just say that? Overall, why did it take all of these fucking people all of this time? It's 2024, and all these app developers and Silicon Valley, experts. It took them all of this time to figure this out. And I'm an ex-convict from New Hampshire that barely has a high school degree, and I've been telling you guys this for over 7 years. Isn't that weird? We're paying these people to tell us shit? I don't know. Overall, the settings are age-specific, with younger and older teens being offered drugs. No, they're being offered different protections other than drugs, of course. Somebody said the other night at the show, they were like, do you remember Dare? I was like, how could you forget something like that? Dare? Dare seems harmless. I mean, it's like By the time Dare came around, like, I remember us at Dare, like, teaching the police. We're like, no, you put that in there. Yeah, and light it. Yeah. No, turn it around, flip it around, and light it. Yep. It was like, I can remember, like, the kids in my class teaching the police officers how to pack bowls and cook crack. Like, the cops are fucking clueless. That was then. This is now. Anyways, Instagram has beefed up its teen safety measures in recent months, including a recent update that defaults all teen accounts into the strict mode content control settings. But an investigative report by Wall Street Journal found that underage users are still reportedly not giving a shit. No, they report actually that underage users are still repeatedly shown sexually explicit and harmful videos, you guys. See what I'm saying? That's what I was saying in the beginning of the conversations. Via the app's tentpole video product, Reels. Young users weren't just encountering content outside the app's moderation. They were also being served more pornography, gore, and hate speech than adults, according to internal documents from 2022, reviewed by the publication. Of course, kids want to see somebody's head get chopped off more than a parent. Like, if you're a parent, you're like, oh, I'm not trying to see somebody's head get lopped off. But if you're a child, of course, that's going to be, that's going to poke at your curiosity, right? Teen users have been known to lie about their ages to get around automatic restrictions. No. You guys remember when your mother used to send you to the store with a note to get a pack of cigarettes? Thank her. Thank you, Mom. Come on, you didn't go across the street, grab a pack of Marlboros and a fucking, you know what I mean, a pack of fucking Coors Light for your mom. You know what I mean? You grabbed a pack of Marlboros for your mom. You know what I mean? Some Silver Bullet for your dad. You know? A comic and some fucking, you know what I mean? A comic and some what are them motherfuckers called? Holy shit, I'm falling apart. You guys remember. Stop playing. You know damn well, if you guys were around in the 80s and 90s, you went across the street to the fucking bodega, you went across the street to the hood store, you had a little note, and you bought your mom a pack of cigarettes, and don't you lie about it. And you fucking definitely stole a pornography magazine or two. Or that was just me. But some of you did. Okay, so don't lie about it. Listen, I don't know what the kids are doing now. I never needed the internet. I knew about pornography way before puberty. And I smoked my first cigarette and drank my first cup of liquor way before junior high. For sure. Absolutely. The little girls in the neighborhood were so fast that I remember the girls in the neighborhood, the older girls in the neighborhood, they had you trained before you were 12, 13, 14 years old. You weren't allowed to get out of my neighborhood. It was different back then. Kids back in my time, you know what I mean? You had a gun, you know what I mean? Kids in my time, they had guns and cigarettes, girlfriends, babies and shit. I mean, I can't even make the shit up. 13, 14, 15, all my friends had guns and babies. They're like, oh man, 2024, the world's fucked up. No, it was fucked up in the 90s when I was growing up, and they were beating kids and raping them in the boys' homes. That's when it was fucked up. It ain't fucked up now. Now kids play on fucking iPads and shit and think they're Dr. Dre. In my time, it was fucked up. It was a time when there was no cameras around and all the fucking cool adults were beating the shit out of the kids and raping them. Now that's what I remember. So fucking right. Your mother gave you a fucking note and you went across the street and got a pack of Marlboros and then you shut the fuck up. That was the end of it. I don't want to hear none of this shit. You guys know it's true, too. Anyways, Instagram will transition existing under 16 users into teen accounts over the next 60 days that will ultimately piss them off. Any teen signing up for Instagrams will be shot. No, I'm just kidding. Any teen signing up for the new Instagram account will immediately be placed into a teen account. The feature will go global in January. Are you getting that, tweens? You're off the internet. No more adult time. So what does this mean for adults? Does this mean we can finally get an adult social media? Like, imagine that. Now that all the kids are getting the fuck off of regular social media, does this mean? Like, I love the kids. We got to do stuff for the kids and the future generation, and I get it and all that other stuff. But, like, I'm in an adult band. Most of the stuff that we talk about in my band, most of the stuff in my next album that we're coming out with, it's all about sex. It's none of this shit you would want to share with your children. It's just like some certain horror movies, you know? Like, not all of us got into music to make kids' music and fucking coloring books. Like, Sepsis is an adult band. We sing about fucking death and fucking police and prison and sex, and we talk about adult issues. Our music is not for babies and kids. We get the occasional mature developing mind that likes some of our music, but we don't design or write our songs for adult developing brains. We develop our songs and art and music for full-grown brains. That's just us. I'm not saying everybody's got to be like that. We love the kids, and there's plenty of kids' music, and there's tons of artists already that do, you know, religious content or gangster content. There's already tons of kid content. You know, me and Melissa sing about sex and adults and adult shit. Don't let your kids listen to our music. Have them listen to something else until they're ready. So, you know, not everybody is on social media. Not everybody, not all of us. It's like adults don't have a place to be on the internet to be adults. Like, the kids don't have a place for them to be kids, and the adults don't have a place for us to be adults. Everyone's got to walk on fucking eggshells. The kids got to worry about adults swooping in on them, chicken hawking them like fucking predators. And the adults, we can't talk like adults. So the adults are online acting like fucking kids. And for some fucking reason, all the adults that have made it to adulthood and survived childhood somehow are obsessed with wanting to go back to childhood. What the fuck are y'all doing? I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of childhood so I could have the privileges of being an adult. And now here we are. Now we get to be adults, and now we're trapped in a space having to talk quietly like children. This shit is crazy. Holy shit. Well, that's it. Oh, that's it. So they'll be transitioning. Any teen signing up to Instagram account will be immediately placed into custody. Heard that? And tomorrow we'll get into it. Nelly is going to get sued for over $50 million for allegedly not crediting former Saint Lunatic bandmates on hit album Country Grammar. We'll be doing that tomorrow. Also, man accused of $10 million, generating $10 million by building AI bots and putting them on streaming sites. $10 million? Holy shit. Think of how hard it is to raise any money as a musician, period. Let alone $10 million. Metallica, Pantera, and Limp Bizkit are all on tour together, and everybody hates it. I don't understand why, but they do. Is Guitar Center back on the right track? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow on another episode of William versus the World. I hope to see you guys return tomorrow. Thank you for all the new faces. Much love, Brandon, Chad, Commander Hans, the homie Scott. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate